Write it. Standard deviation and its relative measure. Standard deviation and its relative measure. This is the most important one. Okay. Now again, to calculate standard deviation there are three series like ungrouped series, group series and continuous series. But important term is its relative measure. The relative measure of standard deviation is known as coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation. Write down below this, right? Relative measure of standard deviation is known as coefficient of variation. Below this is right. Standard deviation for ungrouped series. Standard deviation for ungrouped series. Now for ungrouped series, standard deviation is always denoted by SD. Standard deviation is denoted by SD, which is equal to root of summation into bracket x minus x bar bracket complete the whole square divided by small. X minus x bar bracket complete the whole square divided by small. This is the formula to calculate standard deviation for which series? Ungrouped series. Okay. I'll give the formula of coefficient of variation also. Okay. Formula of coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation. Coefficient of variation is always denoted by C. Which is equal to CB is equal to SD. What do you mean by SD? Standard deviation divided by x bar. X bar means mean into 100. Always CB is denoted in terms of percentage, so we have to multiply by 100. Okay. So these are the formulas you have to study. This is for ungrouped series. CB formula for ungrouped series, group series and continuous series, it will remain same. But standard deviation formula will change. For ungrouped series, this is the formula. Group series, another formula is there. Continuous series, another formula is there. Okay. We'll start with ungrouped series and then we'll go for group and continuous series. Okay, take the one problem. Take one example. Right. Find standard deviation. Find standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Standard deviation and coefficient of variation. Next line, right? Values, underline it, right? 1 by 1. 114, 115, 130, 119, 118, 116 and 115. This much information is given to you. Now this problem belongs to ungrouped series because only values are given. There is no column as frequency or class interval, right? So only values are given means this is your ungrouped series. And whenever there is an ungrouped series, your given values are treated as x values. Given values are treated as x values. Okay. Now CV you cannot find out without calculating standard deviation. This much you have to keep in mind. Okay, so we have to start with standard deviation. So here I will write down the formula of standard deviation first. SD is equal to, now it is ungrouped series, formula is summation into bracket x minus x bar the whole square divided by n. Always start with formula. Formulas are important. Okay. Now this is ungrouped series, so I have used here small f. What do you mean by small f? Number of observations. Small n means number of observations. How many observations are given? 9 observations are given. 9 or 10? Just check. 10 observations are given. Okay. So your n value is 10. Already x values are known to you, but we don't know x bar. Means first of all we have to calculate x bar value. Now, what is the formula to calculate x bar for ungrouped series? Formula is summation x upon n. Formula is summation x upon n. Now summation x is nothing but total of x values. Total of x values. Here the total is 1180. Total of x value is 1180. Now calculate x bar first. 1180 divided by n value is 10, therefore x bar value is 100. X bar value is 108. Correct? Why we have to calculate x bar? Because in formula x bar is there, and without calculating mean value you cannot find out standard deviation. Now you know n value, you know x value, you know x bar value. So according to formula we will prepare the columns. Now we want x minus x bar. So next column I will use as x minus x bar. Means from the x values minus this x bar value. 114 minus 118 minus 4. 115 minus 118 minus 3. 123 minus 118 plus 5. 120 minus 118 plus 2. 110 minus 118 minus 8. 130 minus 118 12. 119 minus 118 1. 118 minus 118 0. 116 minus 118 minus 2. And 115 minus 118 minus. This is your x minus x bar. Don't make the total of this column, because what we want x minus x bar the whole square. So one more column is required, that is x minus x bar the whole square. Make the square of all the values and then make the total. Minus 4 square is 16. 3 square is 9. Squares are always plus. 4, 64, 144, 1, 0, 4, 9. Make the total of this column. This is summation x minus x bar the whole. I'll tell you the total. Total is 276. Total is 276. Okay. Now rewrite the formula of standard deviation once again. Rewrite the formula. Now we will substitute the values. Standard deviation is equal to, now summation x minus x bar the whole square value is 276 divided by n value you know 10. Therefore root of it is 27.6. Now see the root, this is the answer of standard deviation. Standard deviation is equal to 5.25. 5.25. Standard deviation is completely depend on the formulas. Go step by step. See, x bar value you have calculated. What is the x bar value? 118. Correct? Your standard deviation is 5.25. But in this problem, you have to calculate CV also, that is coefficient of variation. So below that you write CV is equal to standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. You know x bar value also, you know standard deviation also. Substitute the values in this. Okay, SV is 5.25 divided by 118 into 100. Therefore, CV is, that is coefficient of variation, is equal to 4.45%. Always CV is denoted in terms of percentage. 4.45%. We'll solve one more problem. Right. Calculate coefficient of variation from the following data. Coefficient of variation is nothing but CV. Write down values. Next line you write values. In values, 108, 107, 105, again 105, 106, 107, 104, 103, again 104, and last value is 101. We'll solve this also. Now see, in this problem you have to calculate what? CV, right? Write down the formula of CV. CV is nothing but standard deviation divided by x bar into 100. Correct? CV formula is this. So to calculate CV, you have to find out first mean and standard deviation. Correct? This is which series? Ungrouped, grouped or continuous? Ungrouped, because only values are given. So whenever values are given, that column is treated as x column. Right? We'll start with mean first. What is the mean formula for ungrouped series? It is summation x divided by small. Summation x divided by small. Summation x is nothing but total of x values. Make the total. How much? 1050. Okay. 1050. Solve this. 1050 divided by n value is 10. Therefore, your x bar value is 100. X bar value is 140. Correct? One part is over. Mean is over. Important term is standard deviation. What is the formula of standard deviation for ungrouped series? It is SD is equal to root of summation into bracket x minus x bar bracket complete the whole square divided by small. Okay. Now as per this formula, you see, you know n value. What is the n value? 10. You know the x values which are already given to you. Just now you have calculated x bar. So to calculate standard deviation, which column you will prepare first? You have to find out x minus x bar. So go for x minus x bar. Means from the x value, deduct the x bar value. What is the x bar value here? Here x bar value is 105, correct? So 108 minus 105, 3. 107 minus 105, 2. 105 minus 105, 0. Again 0. 106 minus 105, 1. 107 minus 105, 2. Minus 1, minus 2, minus 1, minus 4. Correct? And then 1 minus 105 is minus 4. Don't make the total of this column, it is of no use, because we want square of this column. We want square of this column. So make the square. X minus x bar the whole square. 9, 4, 0, 0, 1, 4, 1, 4, 1, 16. Now make the total. Summation x minus x bar the whole square is equal to 40. Exact. Exact 40? Yes. Okay. Now apply the formula. Root of x minus x bar the whole square value is 40 divided by n value is 10, which is equal to root of 4. What is the root of 4? Therefore standard deviation value is still solution is not over, because we have to calculate what? We have to find out CV. You have calculated mean and you have calculated standard deviation to find out what? CV. Again rewrite the formula of CV. CV is equal to SD divided by mean into 100. SD is 2 divided by mean is 105 into 100. Check the answer. 1.90. Write in percentage. If you don't write percent, you will lose your marks, because CV is always denoted in terms of percentage. Up to this is clear. Okay, I will give you the problem for practice. We will not solve right now. We will go for group series. Okay.